Welcome back to Talking Fitchburg. All right, last night we had been talking about for the last couple of weeks. It was the bicycle workshop. It was held at Fitchburg Cycle, and we set a crew down there, and this is what they had to report back.
Erica Klutmeyer. I'm the Sustainability Specialist for the City of Fitchburg. I'm so excited that you all came down to Fitchburg Cycles tonight. I want to thank them for hosting us tonight and to imparting all of their wisdom and their great products too that can help you enjoy winter biking safely and warmly. I'm so excited that we're doing this tonight. I've been with the city a little over a year, and one of the first things I started in the fall. One of the first things I did was come down to talk to Dean and Edwin because I love winter biking.
You don't need to do. We're going to cover maintenance for your bike, simple. What type of bike you might want to use for winter riding, which is not your $5,000 road bike. How to dress for winter riding in layers, and I've got Dan here who works at the bike shop. He's going to demonstrate some of the clothing that you want to consider wearing.
And as Steven said, I'm Dan. I work here at Fitchburg. Super important stuff as far as base layers. Going with something that's either merino wool based or a polyester blend is going to be super important versus cotton. Mainly for the fact that it's going to wick moisture a lot better. Probably the worst thing you could do is you're outside biking and all of a sudden you get really sweaty. That's going to get you really cold, and if you've got something cotton, it's not going to absorb any of that wetness, so you're just going to stay really cold. It's not going to be any fun at all. So something merino wool will wick that moisture really well for you. It's really breathable, so it can go for a good range of temperatures. Like I can wear this in anything from today where it's 0 degrees to probably 30 or 35 degrees. So having something breathable is really nice. You've got tights you can wear as well that are also merino wool or polyester blend on the bottoms as well. For really cold days like today, I am a huge fan of the lobster gloves, mainly because with less finger spots and them being closer together, it just keeps your fingers warmer than if you have 5 little individual spots. Typically, I'll wear something like this anywhere from days like today to maybe 20 degrees, and then usually a 5-finger glove anywhere above that. But I personally run a little warm, so it's obviously different for everybody else. Most days in the winter, I'll wear something kind of like this, essentially over my shoe. Blocks the wind on there, and again, just keeps them really nice and toasty.
A really inexpensive bike is the way to go, because then you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to, just some things. Fenders. You ever see the stripe up your back? Okay, well, fenders are really a good thing to have in the winter, just to protect yourself from the snow and the moisture from the road and the salt and the sand and everything else. They make these, they're called bar mitts. We talked about the lobster gloves. If you want to be free-handed, I would definitely go for lobster gloves, because mittens are the warmest gloves you can buy for winter. However, you don't have the dexterity for shifting and for braking. So the lobster gloves work in that your fingers are pretty close together. So they're like mittens, but you do have a lot more dexterity. However, if you want to wear regular gloves, you can buy these are neoprene. They cut the wind, they cut the moisture, they cut everything off your hand, and realistically, you really only need a medium weight to lightweight glove on the inside of these.
So other things you can do to help with hydration besides drink double water is eat fruit, because it's high in water. You can eat a little salted food like peanuts and pretzels. That'll help you to keep some of the water around that you have already. Cold water absorbs faster, but hot water hot liquids will keep your body temperature up. So while cold water would be better to drink to absorb quickly, it does not help you out with the fact that you're cold. So warm water's better. Hot chocolate's always really good too.
Hot toddies?
That's the one thing we're going to talk negative about, is that while it's everybody's
second try.
well, it's everybody's favorite thing to do in Wisconsin is drink beer. Alcohol and caffeine will go against you in your struggle to be hydrated, because they're both diuretics, meaning that they make you go to the bathroom. So one thing you can do to monitor your hydration level, as everyone knows, if you look at your urine, if it's pale and clear and plentiful, then you're hydrated. If it's dark and not plentiful, then you're not hydrated. The other thing most people who suffer from migraines will find out really quickly is that the migraines come when you're not hydrated. At least that's what happens to me. So wound dressing in the field, it's easy to do. You basically take a little Ziploc bag, get non-stick gauze and some rolled Curelex gauze that would stick to itself, and some antibiotic ointment, and put it in a little Ziploc bag and shove it in your bike bag. We make them up down at the store at the pharmacy. Wash that area off with like your bike water. This is hard to do in the wintertime because that'd be really cold, but you want to get it debris off of it. And hopefully you're riding in the day because it'll be easier to see what you're doing. But everybody has a bike light if they're at night. And so once you get that rinsed off, then what you want to do is apply your antibiotic ointment. And this is especially true if you're in a longer ride. So if you're on your way home and it's like a mile away, probably can pedal home without doing anything. But if you got, 5-10 miles left, then putting the antibiotic ointment on there and then the non-stick gauze on there, and then taking that rolled Curelex that sticks to itself around, that will hold your wound dressing in place till at least you can get home.
There you have it. So from the Winter Bike Workshop, we're going to put this up as a full show here on FACTv, and then, of course, you can catch the interview on our YouTube channel later on. All right, coming up next.